Back on the agenda, please. Let's talk the chair's report. The chair has nothing to say at the present time, so let's go to executive officer's report, file item 6. Mr. Knott.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to start off the meeting today with an introduction. And as you know, we've been working on our implementation committee, and one of the key positions for that is the implementation committee coordinator. We've been working to fill that position for the last several months, and that has culminated in a selection, and that individual is Tarn Ravazzini, and Tarn is here today someplace right in front of me.
Why don't you just come right up here and sit down there so people can... Up at the table, please. And we'll have a name plate for you shortly.
Council just has a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Yeah.
Now, Tarn comes very well recommended, and I must say that we had an impressive group of people who applied for this position, and it would have been our honor to hire any of them, but Tarn rose to the top, and she comes to us with a JD Law degree from Golden Gate University in 2008. She worked in Aqua for several years, but I think the selling point was that she worked for Opus One and the Domain Carneros wineries, and we figured anyone who could do that was a shoo-in for us, and so she was our choice.
I mean, training in soothing the savage beast. I see. Okay. Well, look in the audience. There are a few around that all of us need some soothing. Mr. Fiorini, you have agreed to do the implementation committee, so Tarn's stuck working with you, right?
Yes, yes, and I'm looking forward to working with Taryn. I expect great things to come out of the implementation committee effort under her leadership from staff. So, Taryn, welcome. It's good to be working with you.
Great. Okay, Ms. Gray?
Yes, I'd like to welcome you, young lady, to a great team. Look forward to working with you.
Okay, all right, Mr. Knopp. The rest of your report. Thanks,
you, Taryn. Really appreciate you coming
up.
up.
By the way, your definitive answer to the science plan, page 34, lines 20 through 27, that can come at the next meeting. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'll open the executive officer's report with a little bit of housekeeping, just for the record. And on August 7th, Office of Administrative Law did approve our regulation package, and that will go into effect on September 1st. So congratulations, everyone on the council, for that effort. It was well worth it, and we appreciate all the hard work from the Department of Finance and the Office of Administrative Law on that. Other things I'd like to tell you about is part of the approval is, of course, the recognition within the council that our duties change significantly as a result of that. So an example is that we take on some different roles than just creating a plan and providing responsible agency comments. In addition to that, we now have an accountability role. So that's keeping track of a lot of the performance measures, finances, outcomes for work in the Delta. And so we're going to be developing that. Another one, of course, is we take on an appellate role. So when a covered action or determination by another agency is appealed, they can appeal it to the council, and the council will hear that. We have another role with the implementation committee that Taryn is directly involved in, and that's working with other agencies to resolve interagency issues. But most importantly, I think it's to jointly resolve issues that are causing some resistance to our success in the Delta. And we'll be developing work groups that will be addressing that. The staff will be providing staff work to assist those work groups, and it'll be the implementation committee that, of course, is assigning those tasks and deciding to take action on those. And then lastly, another huge new role is, of course, coordinating science in the Delta and running an adaptive management program. All of these together are interlinked, and they're complex, and they require capabilities that the staff does not currently possess. So we are creating some work right now to define what that is. I'd like to be able to present that to the council at the September meeting in a little bit more detail so that we can go over it and basically have approval of the council for the changes that we'll be proposing to you.
Okay, I think that would be fully acceptable, so let's just assume it's going to be, I don't know,
Okay,
45 minutes, an hour on the September meeting?
that's what I would anticipate.
Good, good.
So one other thing that is ongoing right now is because the plan goes into effect on the 1st of September in just a little over a week, we are preparing training right now for other agencies on how to fill out our certification forms for covered actions. This is a fairly involved process, but we've gone through great lengths to try and simplify it and make it easy for other agencies to do this so that it's not a burden. And we'll be doing those trainings. We've got some of it underway in-house. It has been ongoing, actually, for the last week, but we'll be doing some trial runs beginning next week, I believe. And then the last thing I wanted to bring to your attention is we have a new star in the council, and that Jessica Pearson was on a talk show recently and did a great job on Politics on Tap, which is a little internet preview. And fun thing, you can get it on YouTube and take a look at it, and did a very, very nice job. With that, I'd like to conclude the Executive Officer's report.
Okay, questions to Mr. Knott? Questions?